Hey my friends, welcome back to our study along of the World Order of Bahá'u'lláh. If you're joining for the first time, linked below, you'll find all kinds of good stuff to orient you as to who, what, when, where, why, and how, and a way to read along with this document and to see the playlist of all of these weekly study along, readings along up until today. I want to invite you to check out the link below for 19 Days of Inspiration. This is an annual project that I do every year during the Bahai Fast, which is coming up in March. So it's 19 days of inspiration, daily art and devotional emails each day of the Bahai Fast to help feed our souls. So I hope you'll sign up. It's totally free and secure, and you can unsubscribe anytime if you don't need the inspiration. All right, my friends, we're jumping in to really profound paragraph, a whole section of this book actually in the letter, The Dispensation of Baha'u'lláh, and it's very meditative. It's mostly just passage after passage of Baha'u'lláh speaking, and last week there was an opening to Baha'u'lláh speaking to Christendom, to the followers of the gospel, and we're really continuing that thread here in paragraph 21. By the righteousness of God, Baha'u'lláh, wishing to reveal the full potency of his invincible power, asserts, should a man, all alone, arise in the name of Baha and put on the armor of his love, him will the Almighty cause to be victorious, though the forces of earth and heaven be arrayed against him. By God, besides whom is none other God, should anyone arise for the triumph of our cause, him will God render victorious though tens of thousands of enemies be leagued against him. And if his love for me was stronger, God will establish his ascendancy over all the powers of earth and heaven. Thus have we breathed the spirit of power into all regions. This is the King of days. He thus extols the age that has witnessed the advent of his revelation. The day that hath seen the coming of the best beloved, him who through all eternity hath been acclaimed the desire of the world. The world of being shineth in this day with the resplendency of this divine revelation. All created things extol its saving grace and sing its praises. The universe is wrapped in an ecstasy of joy and gladness. It's one of my favorites. The scriptures of past dispensation celebrate the great jubilee that must greet this most great day of God. Well is it with him that hath lived to see this day and hath recognized its station. Were mankind to give heed in a befitting manner to no more than one word of such a praise, it would be so filled with delight as to be overpowered and lost in wonder, entranced. It would then shine forth resplendent above the horizon of true understanding. Be fair, O ye apostles of the world. He thus appeals to mankind. It is meet and seemly for you to question the authority of one whose presence... Well, hold on, let me see. Is this a question or a statement? Be fair, O ye peoples of the world. Is it, I knew there was a word I'd missed, is it meet and seemly for you to question the authority of one whose presence he who conversed with God, Moses, hath longed to attain, the beauty of whose countenance God's well-beloved Muhammad had yearned to behold, through the potency of whose love the Spirit of God, Jesus, ascended to heaven, for whose sake the primal point, the Bab offered up his life? Seize your chance, he admonishes his followers, inasmuch as a fleeting moment in this day excelleth the centuries of a bygone age. Neither sun nor moon hath witnessed a day such as this. It is evident that every age in which a manifestation of God hath lived is divinely ordained and may, in a sense, be characterized as God's appointed day. This day, however, is unique and is to be distinguished from those that have preceded it. The designation seal of the prophets fully reveals and demonstrates its high station. So paragraph 24. Expatiating on the forces latent in his revelation, Baha'u'lláh reveals the following. Through the movement of our pin of glory, we have, at the bidding of the omnipotent ordainer, breathed a new life into every human frame, and instilled into every word a fresh potency. All created things proclaim the evidences of this worldwide regeneration. This is, he adds, the most great, the most joyful tidings imparted on the pen of this wronged one to mankind. How great, he in another passage exclaims, is the cause, how staggering the weight of its message. This is the day of which it hath been said, O my son, verily God will bring everything to light, though it were but the weight of a grain of mustard seed, and hidden in a rock, or in the heavens, or in the earth. For God is subtle, all informed of all. By the righteousness of the one true God, if one speck of a jewel be lost, and buried beneath a mountain of stones, and lie hidden behind the seven seas, the hand of omnipotence will assuredly reveal it in this day. Pure and cleansed from dross. He that partaketh of the waters of my revelation will taste all the incorruptible delights ordained by God from the beginning that hath no beginning to the end that hath no end. Every single letter proceeding from our mouth is endowed with such regenerative power as to enable it to bring into existence a new creation, a creation the magnitude of which is inscrutable to all save God. He verily hath knowledge of all things. It is in our power, should we wish it, to enable a speck of floating dust to generate in less than the twinkling of an eye suns of infinite, of unimaginable splendor, to cause a dewdrop to develop into vast and numberless oceans, to infuse into every letter such a force as to empower it to unfold all the knowledge of the past and future ages. We were possessed of such a power which, if brought to light, will transmute the most deadly of poisons into a panacea of unfailing efficacy. Whew, wow. This whole section was preceded, and we read it a couple weeks ago, the stupendous nature of Baha'u'llah's revelation, the uniqueness of this revelation. And for me personally, something really significant about that is that, Baha'u'llah's revelation is not a social movement. Often Baha'is lead with the social principles and teachings of the faith, And sometimes it sounds like any other social movement, man-made, like, well, we believe in the equality of men and women, and we believe science and religion should agree, and all these very logical things. And they are valid, but these are from God, it's not from man. And even our capacity to understand those principles is so finite, as evidenced by just the grandeur of this revelation, that if Baha'u'lláh saying we are possessed of such power, we being Baha'u'lláh, we being the power of God flowing through Baha'u'lláh, which if brought to light would transmute the most deadly poisons into a panacea of unfailing efficacy. Like, this is so beyond man, human. All right, my friends, thank you so much for studying with me. I hope that this, being able to hear these words of God has enriched your day. And as always, I invite you to like the video, subscribe to this channel. Always feel free to comment, share it with other people. Check out that link to sign up for 19 days of inspiration to take that 19-day art and devotional journey with me during the Baha'i Fast. And until next time, I wish you the best for playing your unique part in making this world a better place. Catch you next time.